Time passes. Rather annoyingly, as I was hoping to pick up those card combinations we keep being told about, but whatever. So, it is now night time. This being the first of the early edition Harry Potter games to actually feature a day and night cycle. It's not real time, obviously it goes on plot time, but 11:30, we'd better hurry. I can't believe you're going to do this. Go back to bed. You're following us. Stop following us. You'll lose all the points we have. Blah 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 blah. And of course, since the portraits in the Hogwarts world move around and can go from portrait to visit each other and have a chat, the fat lady has disappeared, not expecting her services to be required at midnight. Consequently, Hermione can't get back in. Consequently, the plot train is about to fall on us, and yes, she's forced to accompany us. As is Neville, who couldn't remember the new password, and so rather than ask someone, decided to wander around and not get into the common room. The new password, incidentally, is Pig Snout. Yes, the password has changed. Another mild plot point that this game observes that none of the other games did. We have to be somewhere, Neville. See you later. No, I'm coming with you either. As well. So off we go. Time for what would in one of the other games be an annoying stealth section. In this game, it's just kind of wander around in the dark with 3 NPCs following you. And you can get them to walk into each other and all kinds of things because they're not solid. Anyway, the trophy room is on the 3rd floor, and I do believe all the secret passages are locked at night, so... Stealth section. Hagrid's over there. He can see us, I assume. I mean, surely he can see us. But no, he doesn't do anything unless you actively go up and talk to him. Aye, back to bed with you. It isn't safe to be out here. Back to Gryffindor unless you want to lose house points. What he's essentially warning you about is don't talk to a teacher other than Hagrid twice, or this will happen. I'll show you once because, to be honest, the detriment is negligible. Not that important, and I just want to show you how, well, pathetic this stealth section is. They might as well have not put the teachers here, you know. It's quite obvious that you can just walk past them. Here's Professor Sprout. We talked to Professor Sprout. We could just walk past her, having directly moved through a line of sight, but no, we'll talk to her. Well, I didn't suspect you were a night bloomer, Harry. I won't turn you in for this, but you'd better plant yourself back in bed, ho-ho. If you talk to her again, she'll say, I'll have to prune 1 house point from Gryffindor. Given that we were almost 200 points in the lead, that's not really bad unless we keep talking to her. She doesn't see us back to her room or anything, we just keep walking. So yeah, it isn't exactly dangerous. The trophy room is, I believe, down here. Keep an eye out for Malfoy and Crabbe. So we walk around through the trophy room. Don't know if there's any items you can pick up here. Yeah, it's a famous Witches and Wizards card. Always nice to rob a museum, I find. And as you get to the other side of the room, Malfoy's evil ploy is revealed. As Evil Filch the caretaker and his rather spindly cat decide to come in and look for us. But this doesn't precipitate a long stealth section, it just precipitates us running through here. This is just plot, nothing is actually happening. There is no gameplay challenge. So proceed out here, miraculously teleport next to the staircase, and here comes the plot, which we've been shoehorned into by Malfoy's little bluster, as in he's got us out of bed and we've seen this, etc. Professor Snape and Professor Quirrell. Which of them is the obvious villain, and therefore which of them is the actual villain? have you found a way to get to the Philosopher's Stone yet? No. At least tell me how to get past your little hocus pocus. But it would be a betrayal, blah blah blah. We'll speak again when you've decided where your loyalties lie. All, of course, supposed to lead you to the conclusion that Snape is attempting to steal some valuable artifact known as the Philosopher's Stone. What's the Philosopher's Stone? I don't know, but Snape wants to steal it, says Harry, jumping characteristically to conclusions, and then Filch turns up. Consequently, we have to hide. Where do we have to hide? The third floor corridor on the right-hand side. Ergo, the one we're not allowed to go in. Don't know if I mentioned that, because it's only really mentioned on a little notice board in the Gryffindor Common Room, and I can't remember whether we read it. But yeah, there is a forbidden corridor here. And of course, it's guarded by Cerberus, so one can see why it is forbidden. Conveniently, by the time we leave, Filch is no longer there. We conclude that the dog was standing on a trapdoor guarding something. Harry makes the leap of logic necessary to conclude that that something is the much vaunted Philosopher's Stone. And that's the end of the plot for tonight. And I didn't realise there were random encounters down here. And I'm fairly sure there aren't supposed to be. Not only are we on our own, which is normal but not realistic in that the others are presumably standing back and watching us die, we're apparently in Diagon Alley, which presumably is the game's default skin for random encounters. Interesting to note that the night effect appears to be global to all textures, since it's being assigned to Diagon Alley, which you never visit at night, so there'd be no reason for it to have a night texture, and this thing is rather strong. I'm gonna run. So back we go. There, random encounters. Madam Pince just kind of stood there, looking like a statue. Pig snout. Blah 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 blah, I'm going to bed. I'm worried about my toad, so I'm also going to bed. We should tell McGonagall about Snape. I don't think she'd believe us, and if she did, it would prove we were taking a mild demeanour, so it's definitely not worth preventing a theft. We have to do something, we need more proof, we must figure out what the Philosopher's Stone is. Well, let's start tomorrow. Good night. Good night. A few days pass. A week, presumably. Yes, okay. Proceed. Meanwhile, in the entrance hall. Aren't you tired of Hermione? Yes, let's randomly bitch about our classmates. That's a typical pastime of a secondary school student. I'm over here, eavesdropping. I am going to run off in tears. I think she heard us. No shit. Have you seen Hermione Granger? I just saw her, but I don't know where she was. She went up the fucking stairs. You can see that. Well, look for her. It's not particularly my job. She's not my friend. Everyone is supposed to assemble for the Halloween party. This game is a bit better at keeping a timescale than the others, in that you do actually get the sense of more than a few days passing, but if you think about the actual time skips we've had, you know, Diagon Alley, the Hogwarts Express journey, and Finding Gryffindor all apparently happened in one day, where in fact there's supposed to be a month between them. That's kind of forgivable, but then we have, what, 7 classes on one day, which then ends in half term, after one day of school. And then, assuming there wasn't a further time skip, you know, the duel with Malfoy appears to happen on the first night that we're in Hogwarts, because there's no calendar pages going, you know, moving away, which is apparently what this game uses to denote the passage of a few days. Then a week after that, a week after September the 2nd, it's Halloween. Yeah. Anyway, yes, it's the Halloween party. So, yeah, I'm in control again. So, I'm going to end the thing here. We're making progress with the plot, and it's time for Halloween. So, I will see you all soon. Thank you for watching.